please welcome the Duke, Kieran Burns.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you for coming here this evening. For our next inductee, we will be inducting Thunder's tag team partner and trainer, Ryukyu Dingo Dog Cannon. He will be the recipient of the Legacy Lifetime Achievement Award here this evening along with Thunder. Now let's take a look at what legacy actually means in the dictionary. Legacy means a long-lasting impact of particular events or actions. To me, legacy also means dedication and commitment. Dedication and commitment to be a part at a very young age of the Australian Olympic wrestling team. Dedication and commitment to go overseas to Canada to train at the famed Heart Dungeon with such luminaries as Edge and Christian. Dedication and commitment to take himself all the way to Japan to become one of the most famous non-Japanese wrestlers in that country. He is, in fact, the longest Japanese wrestler in history outside of Japan. Please, before we actually bring him out here to present the award to him, I would like to bring out the member of the TMDK stable and star of New Japan Wrestling, Robbie Eagles. Coming out to receive his award right now, Ryukyu Dog Dingo Cannon!
Thanks. Well, I never thought I would be back in Australia receiving this award from, to me, one of my new heroes is Robbie Eagles. So, thanks, man. Thank you very much. And for Truth, thank you very much. Thank you. Nathan, thank you. If you don't mind, I just have a couple of things to say. I jotted down here because I didn't want to miss anything. My memory isn't like it used to be. Too many hits to the head. When Thunder and myself started out on our journey to do something in pro wrestling, we wanted to do it big. And there was no real path on how you could be a wrestler overseas. We had no contacts in Japan. We were not famous. Or we didn't have any famous friends. But we had one thing. We had a tunnel vision of our dreams. And we thought we were the perfect tag team. Thunder was tall, handsome, muscular, and naturally athletic. And I was his twin. Thank you, twin Danny DeVito, but thank you. When we met at Gold's Gym in Sydney, Australia, we became best friends instantly. We trained every day together with that one vision of making it in pro wrestling in Japan. Then one day we decided to quit our day jobs and we booked a one-way ticket to Japan. Looking back now, that's very extreme and I don't recommend doing it. But when we got there, we arrived in Tokyo, and what seemed to be random series of events and coincidences on the first night in Tokyo, we met New Japan legend the destroyer, who gave us some amazing advice to be wrestlers in Japan. On the second day of Japan, we were training in Tokyo in Gold's Gym, Amoto Sando, and we got discovered like a Hollywood dream. Someone thought we were two blonde Swedish K1 fighters. From there we got offered to train, and we got offered to sign with Pro Wrestling Hustle and be part of Team Monster. But eventually we signed with Super Deltas Osaka Pro Wrestling, and from then on I've been lucky enough to wrestle in Japan for 20 years full time for every single company in Japan. I wrestled as under the mask as Kijimura, became the son of Jushin Liger, and as Ambassador 3, made famous by comic genius Kikutaro. I could go on all night about our adventures together in Tokyo, but tonight is about legacy. And tonight, I believe, when I look back there in the locker room, and next to me, I see some of the best names in Australian pro wrestling, and not just Australia, but the world. I am humbled, genuinely humbled and blessed to be part of this tonight. I see versions of myself back there, but I see versions that are even better than me. The work ethic, the fire, the determination that every single person here has. 5 years ago, I got a rare illness, an autoimmune disorder called Guillain-Barré syndrome, or CIDP. I reached out to Duke. We only knew on the internet, but he had Guillain-Barré syndrome, and I reached out to him because, man, this is a crippling disease, and I knew what he was going through. This man gave me so much support when I had nobody in Japan. So thank you, Duke. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This disease left me paralyzed and in a wheelchair, unable to move my arms and legs. It's been the biggest challenge of my life. I lost all my muscles, and I lost the ability to do what I love doing best, and that's pro wrestling. I had to get plasma transfusions every month so I could just walk. But you know, everybody loves a good comeback story. So I had to watch the Rocky Complete series to get my mind right. Stallone said, it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Well, if there was any time to put that in practice, it was right then. So I started timing my plasma transfusions with when I could wrestle. 1 week in hospital, the next week I was wrestling. I was determined that I'm going to find a cure for this disease, and I'm determined to come back. But thanks to Nathan tonight for contacting me in Japan and putting on this show, this award. I'm proud to be sharing with Thunder, with Luke, my brother. This is a true honor. In closing, I won't give you any more, but if I could give you this advice, it would be, don't be afraid to take chances. Talk to people, even strangers. Ask for help. And remember, there is only one you, because everybody else is taken. Don't be so hard on yourself or others, because you never know what that person is going through in their lives. Thank you for having me here and taking your time being part of this company, Integrity Pro Wrestling, and I promise you, the future looks bright. Together with you and Integrity Pro Wrestling and the talent we have here, this will be my new home away from Japan. Thank you very much for being here.
Just one more thing before we go, guys. We have some raffles here tonight. Our sponsors put some money in. Each winner will get a shirt, tickets to the next show. All money that we make from that raffle will be donated to the boys' illness that they're going through, trying to get a bit of research done. So we could all purchase a ticket. They're only $2 a ticket, 3 for $5. Also, one more thing. The Legacy Award is something I thought would be great, a good idea for Australian community wrestling, as it's not done. But for this moment on, I'd like that award to be called the Thunder Legacy Award. Thank you.